Right, so it's official. Alex Neil has left us for Stoke City. One thing I'd like to say is, Alex Neil, thanks for the memories, the Wembley, the day out, the full occasion. Sunderland supporters will never forget that, and getting us out of that horrible league. Thanks for the style of football they're playing, and also it's like a feel-good factor back at the Stadium of Light. But
fuck him.
Fuck him, aye. Basically, he's a rat. He's went for the money. Stephen, what's your thoughts on the situation?
It's a fucking farce. And I don't like to swear that often, as you can probably remember on all of our videos. But the way he's done it, the timing of him doing it, it's just unacceptable. Fucking lacks any kind of professionalism, and he's lost all respect from nearly every single Sun supporter I've spoken to. What you said at the start, I agree. We've been playing some brilliant football. It got us out of that shit league, which we seem to be destined to stay in. And like that weekend at Wembley, which I experienced with you and my two kids and my wife, it's something I'll never ever forget. And for that, thank you. But for what you've done in this early stage of this season, which started so promisingly, like the Roker Red said yesterday, fuck Alex Neil.
And do you know what though? The club, I wouldn't say much so the club, but we were kept in the dark a little bit. There wasn't really much coming out, which is, you've got to expect that in football. But then Speakman must have got pissed off yesterday in interview at the stadium when they were digging for questions.
For when he moved into the Championship, had the appropriate uplifts, etc. We had a discussion in the summer because we wanted to reward him and almost provide a well done. That contract was redrawn up and discussed, and that was only signed 4 weeks ago. And then obviously on yesterday's news, naturally for us wanting to retain that coach and retaining that person within our football club, we've made a further move to offer another set of terms. And just unfortunately, it doesn't appear that's going to be enough, obviously, for him to stay.
He just went, listen, at Wembley, he got a little thank you bonus. Then when the league started just only 4 weeks ago, the greedy so-and-so, he got a pay rise, he got a better contract. Then, when there was rumours that he wanted to go to Stoke, the club tried to give him an even bigger contract. So we cannot really blame the club. Even though the club in recent times hasn't been run the best, this is not the club's fault. It's down to one greedy bastard, and that's Alex Neil. Simple as that.
As always with Sunderland supporters, people have always, any football supporters, not just Sunderland ones, but obviously we know Sunderland ones better. Speculation and people just jumping to conclusions. That recording went out to someone saying that his best mates were Winchester. A load of shit.
Full of shit.
He's come out saying that Speakman didn't value him, didn't want him, didn't back him in the transfer window. We've spent more money. We've spent the third most amount of money in the Championship so far this season. We've brought in players in positions that he wanted to cover. We had that Michu, however you pronounce it, from PSG.
Exactly.
It's a done deal. That Fabrizio Romano on Twitter, he's announced that it's a done deal. He's even told us what clauses are in the contract and things like that.
Exactly.
So there is people coming in. It looks like now, from what I've read this morning, we're going to miss out on Van Heck. That's thanks to Alex Neil, so cheers for that, you baldy bastard.
Another thing, Stephen, did you see, and this pissed us off because I've always liked them, I've always respected them, and I've always watched them. Did you see Sky Sports News, Jeff Sterling, and the lads on the panel, sorry, did you see their report regarding this situation?
A bit disrespectful. And the only players they brought in are Ballard, who cost £2 million, and Jack Clark, who was there on loan anyway. Got a loanee, obviously, in Ellis Sims.
I didn't see the report. I just seen them mention that obviously Dickhead's going to Stoke and that Tony Mowbray is expected to take over.
No, well, basically, they said that we haven't backed them.
By the hierarchy, yeah, because they should have put him on a longer deal and gave him money to spend it. And
no, because
we said we haven't spent a penny. It was lazy reporting from them lot.
Well, another one about Sky, sorry, but another one about Sky, sorry.
No, go on, mate.
Another one that I seen on Sky, which pissed me off, was watching Sky Sports News last night, as we did when you were freaking hunting for a manager. Right. And whoever the woman was who was hosting this part of the show, she went on about the Sunderland game, and it went, Sunderland team was heavily booed off by the Sunderland supporters. No, they weren't.
No, they weren't.
The referees got booed because they were freaking shocking. But then I was there. I was in that ground and I was stood up and I was clapping and I was cheering the freaking players off. Because yes, we got beat. Did we deserve to? No. Did we deserve to win? Yes. It's one of them games. How many times in the past have we been the team that's dominated and not won? Like Speakman. And yesterday, he proved many people wrong who were blaming the board with his interview yesterday.
He did. Credit to him. But listen, we're only getting one side of the story, Stephen, as well, you know. We still need to hear what Alex Neil actually says.
But he's not saying out.
Exactly.
What he's done is he's turned his back on the club.
He has.
He's turned his back on the fans and on the team. And he's buggered off down that A1 and he's went to friggin' Stoke. Against Norwich, he was still our manager. Where was he? He was sitting at Blackburn watching Blackburn v Stoke. That's
Rat.
derelict of duties.
Rat.
If you've got intentions of leaving, you do it after the game or the day after the game, not the day before. And then when you're still officially down as the manager of Sunderland Football Club, go and watch some of the team play in the friggin' different stadium.
The only thing is, though, Stephen, he's got in his contract where he's allowed to talk to other clubs.
He's allowed to talk to people, but he wasn't doing his job. I'd duck his wages, me, the horrible prick. He wasn't there to do his bloody job.
Do you know what? How can you leave Sunderland Football Club? Listen, a lot of supporters on our match vlog were seeing the same thing. He went, look at the size of Sunderland, and to be honest, as a Stoke supporter, I didn't know why he's done this. Why has he chose to drop down?
Even pundits, like football pundits, they're like they don't understand
It's
it.
crazy. We're the biggest. I'm not disrespecting any of the clubs in the league, but attendance-wise, the size of the club, we are one of the biggest in the league.
He will never manage a club of this size. He will never manage a club with this kind of support, and he'll never manage a club with this kind of potential.
Do you know what, Stephen? He had a really good opportunity to make a proper good career of himself, get us into the Premier League, and it could have been here years upon years. But like you say, he didn't live here, he didn't want to be here, and he wanted just more money, greedy twat.
He's also a hypocritical bastard as well, because he made smarmy comments about Broadhead when he chose Wigan over Sunderland. Oh, if he doesn't want to challenge, if he doesn't want to do this, if he doesn't want to compete, that's what he's done.
I'd like to officially apologise for the things I said about Broadhead and his mentality. Where, looking at it now, it wasn't the case. Well, it could have been the case, but I think it was more Alex Neil saying he doesn't want him. And Alex Neil has been a hypocrite, like you just said, regarding the Broadhead situation.
Aye. Well, another thing he said in one of his interviews in July was he was like, there's been too much chopping and changing, there's been no stability, and that needs to change. Talking about this club, and was he D?
And one other thing, Stephen, I didn't know if you've seen it, you might have, because it's only been on Twitter, but it's funny. There was a post put on Instagram, right? And it was a picture of Alex Neil. And in this video, it was a caption and it said, morals. I've got principles, morals. And guess who liked it? Jermaine Defoe. And Jermaine Defoe doesn't even follow that football page.
That could be.
Oh, wait. What does that tell you? It was fun.
I'm not going to start going in to say that.
No, we didn't.
We don't know what he's like, because obviously the players are happy under him.
But it's funny how Defoe like that. Defoe was fit as a fiddle when he was there, but he didn't get played very little. So for me, I'm not going to get into it much because it could be noted. But I look into things like that, you know. I'm like, but he left us in the lurch. He's done a rat trick. Now we've just got to move on, and hopefully the way the lads played the other day, I've got every bit of confidence that they're going to carry on playing that,
fine this season.
And we'll be fine this season.
We'll be fine this season.
But we're really good.
We're still fuming. We're still angry. And
pissed right off
and
them.
as your parents used to say when you're younger, I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed. But as the broker around saying yesterday, fuck Alex Neil, and I can't be fucking arsed anymore.
And I cannot wait for the return of Alex Neil to the stadium, like when we play Stoke. Imagine what he's going to get sung at him then. But anyway, everybody, hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you're new. I'm going to go and look for Stephen now because he's run off fuming.